recording of stuff. Give me a sec, just going to check the YouTube side of things. Just changing how I record a little bit. Like, sort of, I don't want to go headphoneless. I've been wearing headphones on streams, and I'm like, well, I don't really listen to anything, so that doesn't really make any sense. Don't really see the point in that. But also, I've got it focused on a window, so if I'm changing desktops here, but you can't see that, because it's focused on the Vivaldi window here with Proxmox in it. But the only downside is, if I then switch over to Vim, you're not going to friggin' see it, so... How would I do have a, you know what, I have a stream deck, right? You know what, let's do a stream setup stream. Stream deck setup stream. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll look at some Proxmox as well. Stream Deck on Linux works, but there's like, what the hell have I done here? You got to do stuff with it. You got to do stuff with it. Is the audio okay, Lord? Do I sound okay? Too loud? Too low? Let's start at about -10 in OBS, so... Sounds fine? Yeah, cheers, mate. How are you doing? You good? Are you good? I've got a stream deck, just got to get friggin' working. Works great, obviously, in every other operating system. But Elgato are little shits when it comes to Linux support. They could not give a crap about it, baby. Come on, just go in the thing. Right, I'm going to put it here for now. And then I'm going to get it going down here. Plug it in. It's going to get power. It's going to flash. It's going to show me the Elgato logo. Yeah, this is what I used to do. Taking it easy, good on you, mate. Taking it easy is good. Wish I could do that. Stream Deck on Linux. Now there is a library for it that you can use. Let's see what this Linux GUI. Yeah, this was the one, I think, 10 months ago. So maintenance mode for more future complete. Recommend to use Stream Controller. Yes, is this the one? Yes. Okay. Boom. Okay. Plugins, wallpaper, automatic page switching, auto lock installation, FlatHub. For Christ's sake. Click on the button below or follow the instructions below. Download on FlatHub. Really, you've got nothing else at all. Okay, the following paragraph function unofficial maintained by our community. Nix and AUR. Brilliant, yay. There's really common formats. Okay. I guess we're going to be looking at a FlatHub then. Brilliant. So let's click on this. Oh, Christ's sake. Okay. I do have Flatpak, luckily. But, see, you can't see the terminal now. That's okay, I guess, for now. Oh, stop. Okay. Required runtime call. Go for it. Alright. Proceed with these changes to the system installation. Free desktop platform, GL default, Vulkan layer. GTK3 platform, GNOME, stream, yeah, okay, looks good. Couple of meg there, 155 meg there, lovely job along. What are you playing at the minute, Lord? Playing any decent games? Hey, love good. The dragon is back. The dragon is here, baby. Never left, exactly. No one ever leaves. Just been working, mate. Yeah, fair. Absolutely fair. I'm in the process of looking at another job at the moment. I know it looks a little blank on the screen because... Hang on. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just rename this and just put browser in capital letters. Then I'll duplicate it. For now. I'll say console. There we go. Now we're using console, and I'll add a window capture, and I'll put console in there like that, and then I'll select Terraform Bash. Oh, there's two of them. Terraform Bash. Yeah, okay. No, it's not that one. It's that one. And it's enormous. Absolute. Ooh, what if I just overlaid them? No, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing there, right? But if I do that, this is something I've got to work out. I've got to work out why. I've got to work out the resolution of this central part of the monitor, because it's not quite 1080p. That's the middle there. That's the middle there. So if I bring you up here, if I get rid of Vivaldi in the background there. See the way it's not quite? Like that's the top. It's not quite 1080p. That's okay. Alright, flat hub, great. Flat pack, I know, man. Tell me about it. It's the only way I can get this a line. Having a line a mile long monitor, I know. Like a mile long monitor. To be honest with you, like the ultra wide, I would never use anything else at this point. I would only ever use an ultra wide at this point, but it's also a pain in the ass. Cloud says in the YouTube chat, what are you trying to achieve so I can follow you? So what well, actually, because I need to get my streaming set up a little bit better, I'm just in the process of getting the Stream Deck set up on Linux. I've got to use Flatpaks for that. But what I'm actually doing is if I just switch back over to Vivaldi, what I'm doing is I'm building out an appliance based on Proxmox, and I'm just doing the initial set of Terraform stuff. So if I go back over to console, I'm essentially doing the writing a Terraform that can effectively build out virtual machines just based on an object at the top that just lists them. So here we can see I've got like core VMs and student VMs and stuff like that. I'm gonna rejig this. This is for another project, and I'm just bringing that Terraform in at the moment. But it's basically using Terraform to build out MikroTik DHCP leases based on MAC addresses, right? So I've got a load of MAC addresses in here. They're just random but unique unicast addresses. So there's about 300 of them there. So that gives me obviously more MAC addresses than I have available IPs, because I'm just working with a /24. And the idea is that I can just write Terraform and inject it in. But this part here is what I'm currently interested in, which is using an inline provisioner. I realize that's not okay. Brilliant. Not very visible. You can see I'm just practicing with a curl here. Is that what you do? Yeah, you can do that. That doesn't contrast very well, so that's bad. But basically I'm working with a remote provisioner to be able to go in and do an SSH connection by just providing a username and temporary password, and then being able to just dynamically pull the IP that VM will have based on how it works with the array of MAC addresses and stuff like that, and then just inject a curl. And the next stage that I need to do is, if I come back to the browser, is I need to create a server in here that effectively has a really simple, just an Nginx system. It can be super tiny, 128 megabyte of RAM, Alpine Linux with an Nginx on it, or even an even lighter weight web server that just has shell scripts on there that can be used to bootstrap. So when Terraform creates the virtual machine and injects that line, it can even inject multiple lines. All I can do is just say go and curl to 192.168.88.100 or something, or .99, and that can be like a centralized server, and that IP can be fixed. And just pull a bootstrap.sh script specific for that VM based on its MAC address, because of course I can obviously inject anything into this line, right? Because it's just it's a string, so I can do string interpolation inside of here, and so I can pull all of these things in it, like its ID, its value, its name, its ID, its MAC address. I can pull the IP out, as I already am doing down here in host. So local subnet plus 200 plus the value ID gives me 201. So it's that ID, the IP for that machine was guaranteed to be .201. So I can inject those things into it, and that's where I'm up to at this point in time. Is just bootstrapping them so that they can set their host name, install software, and so on and so forth. So I'm sort of just playing around at the minute and getting the initial stuff in place and learning. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So maybe that's useful to you, and if it is, then feel free to follow. And if it's not, then sorry about that. Enjoy your life. Okay, run. Terraform. The guy probably left. He's probably like, "What? I don't know what any of that meant." And you've got a weird accent, and probably left. Okay. Okay. Right. Welcome to Stream Controller. Okay, Stream Deck. Oh, you can't see this. Okay, never mind. Assets or icons and assets store icons und Hintergründen herunterladen. Okay, multi-deck support one, so it went from English to German just temporarily. Be more productive. Okay, plugins, loading. Right. That's what you got for having a. My brother has one of the 49. That's what I have. I have 49-inch ultra wide. I am here to learn. Plugins deck controls your deck. Excuse me. Emulate a controller. Discord, control Discord. Control your alligator key light with a. Yeah, okay, I will need that because I do have a key light right there. Helldivers. There's a lot of plugins. Home Assistant, control Home Assistant. Okay. Media. Mute your microphone. Like control OBS. Yes. Control your operating system. Yes. Well, it's got quite a lot. Control Quimmy. Okay. This is actually way better than Elgato's actually official stuff. Speed test. Check your internet. Good, thanks. Okay. Interesting. I don't want to join the Discord, but thanks. Support app development. I'm good. Ready. I am ready. Let's start. Okay, it's going to install plugins to see how far it gets. There's a few errors. The name core was not provided by the service file. Failed to reset deck. Okay. Failed to reset deck. Maybe it's already connected to another instance. Skipping. Failed to connect to dbus. Shall not provided. Critical. Trying to close. Not okay. That's fine. No pages available. Create one. Okay, let's go home. Add. Sorry, I apologize. I know you can't see this, but icon packs. Hello. Hi. What? Okay. Okay. State 1. So what does that do? Okay. Error. Updating all input hook. Key error states. Love it. Love it. Action. Oh, okay. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just weird. It's not even. What do you mean by icon packs blank? Wallpaper packs blank. Custom assets. Browse files. This goes to logos. I don't know. Let's just use the Terraform logo or something. Oh my god, that was the wrong one. What's going on here? That one. Just use that. Yeah, brilliant. Sweet. Okay, it's got a look. Yeah, and it's appeared there. Okay, cool. It is working. Brilliant. The background color. Okay, labels, actions. Okay, add an action. OBS. Let's just do switch scene. Scene item set. Switch scene. Perfect. It successfully connected to OBS. Okay, nice. Let's go switch scene port what? Event assigner. What do you mean? Configure action, remove action, port password scene. Yeah, click. What the fuck? What the fuck? Event, key down, key up. What? Scene. How do I set the scene? Not connected. Label. So it's connected to OBS fine. So what if I press that? It doesn't do anything, yo. Okay. I don't have a scene. Oh, could not connect to OBS, but you've just said successfully connected to OBS. And that says could not connect. Okay, how do I connect it? Let's go to okay. Let's go back to here. Okay, warning, contributing, wiki. Let's go to the wiki. Did that click wiki or the website? I think that was the website. Damn it. Wiki. What? Yes. Okay. Okay, installation. What's this? Yep. Oh, it's written in Python. Okay, cool. I didn't really need Flatpak then. Thanks for that. Why don't you just tell me it was written in Python? For no deck found, App Store, not listed. Okay. Stream controller connect to OBS. How do I do that? News outside. Remote control guide. Okay. But how do I? Surely, like, if I've not said anything different, surely the like password and stuff would just be the same, right? Like, it'd just be default. Surely, recording automatically reconnect network. Dynamically, what's this? IP family bind to IP dynamically. Okay. Accessibility hotkeys general output projection stream. Import studio mode multi-view. Sounds cool. I don't even know if there is a. Where are the settings that I can see network IP family IP bind to IP default dynamically change bitrate. Okay, so that's not really thinking anything there. Alright, I don't know. I guess we'll come back to this at some other point. Although I was hoping it would be nice and quick and simple, but of course it's Linux, so it's not. Alright, never mind then. We'll come back to that. I'll come back to that at another point. Alright. So what I want then may not connected to device. Maybe not connected to device. Yeah, it sort of told me in the terminal that it was connected. And then tells me that it is, but then in the actual app itself it tells me that it failed to connect. So I'm sort of like, okay. Top center, up down, yeah, pick a color, okay. Stream Deck original. It's nice. It's a nice app. Sorry, it's not on the screen, I know, but it's a fairly nice app. You can add multiple actions like pretty easily, but it successfully connects, but says could not connect to OBS in the app itself, so it's a bit confusing. So I'll come back to that another time. Keep running. Do you want to keep seeing it running in the background? This option? No, I do not. I want you to go away. Okay, let's go over here now. So I just need a VM for now. I'm just trying to practice with this. So trying to debate how I want to do this, because using a shell script to bootstrap is super simple and really easy to do. So I could just create a VM in here. I don't know why I don't have an Alpine Linux in here, and it's really annoying because Alpine Linux is a bit of a pain in the ass to get running actually and do the install of. So I will use Debian for now. Clone, we will call it 101. 200 is the student range, but it's actually not meant to be. It's meant to be 100 because I need at least 100 thingies. So that's okay. Let's go to. Can you go less than 100 with the VID? I don't think you can actually. Let's try 10. See what it says. No, you can't. Minimum of 100. Yeah, okay. Though you had one for doing the school stuff. Yeah, but it's on a different Proxmox system. That's what I was saying in my video. I've got so many Proxmox systems that I need to bring them all together. There's actually quite a lot I need to do with all my Proxmox boxes, and mainly it's aggregating them all together because they're just all over the fucking place. So, yeah. As you can see on this one, I've got YouTube Archivist. File server is going to be something, so on and so forth. So, yeah. All right, let's go 9. I can't really do 900 because that would be the password, right? That would be the IP, right? I guess I don't really care at this point because I'm just messing around. So let's just do. Let's just call it core. Core scripts will do. Okay, create a link clone. And then the idea here is, whoops. The idea is that this will house the scripts, but I also want the error you're getting in the console, not connected label, doesn't even exist in the repo. Yeah, it could be coming from anywhere, right? It's insane. Where am I here? Debian. Oh yeah, I just come down here. Debian root. Reveal. Yeah, sweet. What I'll do is I shall set it up manually. Yeah, it's manually. Okay. Fine, thanks. We'll go with the old Terraform writing to this because it will have access to it. So it'll write a shell script to this. The VM will boot. Oh, that was the idea, was to set up a systemd timer. That's what I wanted to test. Was updating the... actually, we'll come back to this one in a second. Let me create a new clone from this, which will be 9051, and that will be Debian 12.10 template. It'll be... we'll just call it hardened for now, and then I'll need to replace it anyway because I want to embed a systemd timer that runs every 30 seconds with a one shot, and actually calls that curl function essentially, and runs the bootstrapping script. That way, I can have it so that I can update that script if I want to then re-provision the boxes or have them change in some way. I can just update that script, and then I know that at some point in the very near future, it's gonna execute that script. And again, the script can sort of do anything, right? So that's great. Excuse me, I burpee. Okay, let's move that with that. Oh, actually, if I go like that, it's gonna do that, isn't it? Ha. How funny is that? I'm gonna like move positions and stuff. Now there's two of me. But now you can't see me there. Lovely. Okay. Well, if I do that, and that, and that, and then that, no, alright, we'll leave it where it was. We'll go back to here. You just have to deal with it. Get a grip. Okay. One of you is enough. Hey, how dare you, sir? How dare you? How dare you? Yay! Let me just. I'll leave the password as it actually. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. God, why have I got to do that 3 times? Why doesn't Control-C work? Stream controller is weird. You know what? There's actually a Python library that you can use to interact with the stream deck, and I tested it, and it worked really well. It worked really well, pretty much out the box. I was able to actually create a button. I was able to run my script, which connected, added a button, and then when I clicked the button, it just sort of said "Hello World," and it worked really well. I was actually pretty surprised at how well it worked. And so I was thinking maybe I could just write a Python script to just add the things that I need instead of using that UI The UI is really nice. I think it's really nice. It is a bit weird, I do agree. The interface is a bit strange. Hello, Trouble. How you doing, mate? Hello, hello, hello. But the only other option is really is, you know, yeah, is Python script, I guess. 200. All right, let's go here. 192.168.89.288.200 for sure, mate. Yes, go. I do accept the fingerprint. I accept your fingerprint, sir. Just gonna boop 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 boop. Interesting. Reveal that for me. No, that's not correct. Correct, that's the correct one. Yeah, that's weird. Just gonna edit that. Go in here real quick. Do that. Save. Whoop. Nice. Back to OBS. Where are we? OBS. Go go go. Go go go. Console. Yeah. Okay, good. Looking at what disks to put into a NAS. What did I go with? I shall check. I can't remember. It's very. There's an SSD in the way. Pretty certain I went with NAS specific ones. Western Digital, I think. Reds, maybe. 4 terabyte Reds. Are you looking at spinning Rust or SSDs? How much space you need? Do you need lots of space or lots of speed or both? System D, right. Go over here. It's time to do a bit of reading. Disconnect from there. All right. System D timer. System D timers. All right. I need my eyeballs. Timers are system unit files whose names end in .timer, control our service files or events. So I need a service file. I need a service as well. Okay. The alternate to cron. Yeah. Built-in support for calendar time events, monotonic time events, and can be run asynchronously. Yeah, I remember using a timer and it was really good because I could say to it, I only want this one thing to run once. And it was good. Probably just space. Gonna archive stuff most of the time. Yeah. Sometimes just putting it in B2. Backblaze B2 is probably better. Why 3? Are you just gonna do a JBOD? JBOD it. I was I had to reconfigure SAB-NZB the other day because it was downloading. My wife requested a TV series, and so that hit the queue, and SAB-NZB 3 RAID 5. Okay. SAB-NZB was like, cool. Let me just download this thing your system's found, and it was requested of me, and it was finding episodes for a TV show that were 5 gig per episode. And I'm like, what the fuck? That is insane. I had to go in and change it to be like, at most, a gig to 1.5 gig for a TV series. Like, at most, ideally as small as you can get. And so I did that, and then I got it to refresh again, and then it was pulling down 800 meg episodes. And I'm like, that's a bit better. They weren't even 4K. No, they were 1080p. But they were like Blu-ray rips. No idea. Just really bad encoding. But given that we're not exactly paying for it, we accept it. We're happy with quality being low. We actually wish we could pay for it, but my God, can you imagine the amount of money you'd spend on 78 TV series? You're looking at like $50 just for one series. It would cost $500 to buy just one Star Trek Next Gen. It's just too much. And then could just re-encode it. Yeah. No, I don't know need. You just delete and re-download, and then delete, re-download, and then it downloads 800 meg episodes. Hey Dragon, do you have a Steam Deck? A Stream Deck? No. Okay. Fair. I was gonna say, if you could look at the Python stuff for me, see how viable it is, that would be great. But if you don't have one, then I guess you can't. Okay, service units for each timer file. But anyway, yeah, I just re-downloaded it, and I just paused it, cancelled the downloads, and then reconfigured it, and then told it to refetch, and then it found 800 meg episodes. And then when I was starting to get other stuff as well, like movies and stuff, it was like drastically reduced file sizes. So I might have to go through my library now and be like, okay, oh, that was right. I actually did a DU on the NAS, looking at the file structure, and I think I found something like 200 items, individual TV episodes that were over 4 gig each, and I'm just like, that's mental. So I need to just identify them and go in and then just delete the series, and then just say go find it again, because the new settings will be in place, and it'll replace 4 gig episodes with 800 meg episodes and free up quite a significant amount of space. So, but yeah, anyway, that comes back to just the hard drive size. That's another thing to consider, is whether or not the data you can put on there can be smaller. But if you're archiving existing data, then yeah, WD purples will probably be fine. Have you looked at Backblaze? Backblaze as B2 is pretty good, but also have you looked at the hard drive report? For each timer file, a matching service file exists through the timer field service, yet the timer file activates and controls the service file. The service does not require an install section, as the timer units that are enabled. If necessary, it is possible to control a differently named unit using the unit option in the timer section. Okay. To use a timer unit, enable and start it like any other unit. Okay. Monitor a timer which will start 15 minutes after boot, and again every week while the system is running. Ah, isn't that nice? Okay, on boot equals 15 minute, on unit activate seconds equals 1 week. Lovely. Real-time timer which starts once a week. When activated, it triggers the service immediately. If it missed the last start time, persistent equals true. For example, due to the system being powered off. Okay, calendar weekly, persistent, true. When more specific dates and times are required on calendar events, use the following format: day of week, year dash month dash day, hour, minute, second. Okay, an asterisk may be used to specify any value, and commas may be used to list possible values. Two values separated by dot dot indicate a continuous range. Okay, good. On calendar Monday, Tuesday, star, the 1st to the 4th, 12. Okay, run a service on the first Saturday of every month. Saturday 1 through 7. Oh yeah, days 1 through 7. Okay, that makes sense. That's 6 o'clock. When using the day of the week part, at least one weekday has to be specified. If you want something to run every day at 4 AM, use to run a service at different times on calendar may be specified more than once. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. You can specify time zone at the end of the directive. Wow, that's really cool. The fake time command is especially useful to test various scenarios in the above command. It comes with the lib fake time package. Special event expressions like daily and weekly refer to specific start times, and thus any timer sharing such calendar events will start simultaneously. Okay. Randomized delay second options. Okay, that's pretty good. Transient timer units. Cron replacement benefits. Jobs can easily be started independently of the timers to simplify debugging. Each job can be configured to run a specific environment. Yeah, jobs can be attached to C groups. Jobs can be set up to depend on other systemd units. Jobs are logged in the systemd journal for easy debugging. Creation. To set up a timed job with systemd, you need to create 2 files and run systemd commands, compared to adding a single line to cron job. That's hardly a hard. It's not really much of a hardship, is it really? There's no built-in equivalent to cron's mail 2 for sending emails on job failure. See systemd notify with email, for example, setting up similar functionality using on failure. That user jobs will only run during an active user login session by default. However, lingering can enable services to run at boot even when the user has no active login session. Yeah, lingering's a pretty good feature actually, because it allows you to create systemd services at the user level, which requires no root, and so a user can set up a service file for themselves, and then they can linger it so that when they log out, it just keeps running, and they can do the same with timers and things. So a user can actually, like this, can actually at their home directory can actually configure a service file and use systemd to manage it, which is pretty nice. I looked at this for the WoW stuff, but I had issues with it, but I need to revisit it again. I think the lingering stuff is what I was missing. So yeah. There you go. Okay. Manually using cron tab. Okay. Ooh. Outside of my oh, okay. Systemd monthly @timer. First monthly for iService. What does I do? What was the I option replaced with there? Looks like a string. It's not written. Okay, whatever. Oh, I see. Handling time to live. Some software will track the time elapsed since the last run. For example, blocking the update of a database if the last download ended less than 24 hours ago. By default, timers do not track when the task they launched has ended. To work around this, we can use on unit inactive seconds. 1 day, 1 second. Okay, launch iService 24 hours after it deactivated. Okay. After 24 hours. Oh, right. So if it activated and then 12 hours later it activated, it will take another, like activated manually, say. It'll then take 24 hours for this to trigger it automatically. It's going to wait. Okay. Desktop notifications, not interested. And I'm pretty certain as well they only run one at a time by default, which was one of the things that I really liked. It will run and it will track that it's running. So if you set something to run every 30 seconds, but it takes a minute to run, then you're winning the internet. Service units. Yeah, so now I need systemd service unit file example. I might have to pop over to the old ChatGPT for that. Beep, 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 beep. Let's do that. I need a systemd service file for a shell script plus a timer for activating it every 30 seconds after reboot. I want the timer to only run one instance at a time. Alright, let's see how good ChatGPT is at this. ChatGPT Plus. $20 a month. Okay, systemd managed with the service. Path to your script, your user, your group. It's a good point. Let's be root. Yeah. Timeout start seconds, 0. Restart on failure. Okay, maybe. Create a timer. My script timer. On boot seconds, 30 seconds. On unit activate seconds, 30 seconds. Actually seconds equals 1 second. Persistent equals true. Once by timers.target. Ensures the first run is 30 seconds after the boot. Repeats every 30 seconds after previous completion. Ensures the timer remembers the last run across reboots. Type equals simple. Service ensures only one instance runs at a time. Systemd won't overlap instances. Okay. Sweet. Let's see how well this works. When you started the Flatpak, did you start it with a network access? I didn't specifically specify network access, but I did use the command to run it. So I didn't check anything, but I assume that should be a working command, right? Like it would be pretty odd if they didn't give me a working command. That would be an odd thing to do. Do you agree? System, isn't it? Yeah. I will kill you. Go to the goddamn folder. Okay. Bootstrap.service. Self-bootstrap.service. Okay. I don't think Vim's on here, so great. Okay, let's just change that to say run our self-bootstrapping. Great. Nice. Love VI. So good. No, that doesn't work in VI. Of course it doesn't. You mean the default run command on the FlatHub? Yes, I think so. But the FlatHub, specifically for the project. I'll try another one if you want. Just send me what you think I should run. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, God, I hate Vi. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put Vim inside of this fucking thing. Now the microphone's in the way. Get out of my way, bitch. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, bitch. That's a little bit further. Let me just, sorry, let me just adjust the microphone volume. Is the volume okay, or do you think it needs to be boosted? Am I a little quiet, or does it need to be boosted a bit? I don't care about that. It's fine for me. Yeah, okay. Alright. Fine on my end. Alright, cool. Alright, do an upgrade. To get an upgrade in place. This might become the template, I'm not too sure yet. Come on, update, mate. Yeah, do you have a different Flatpak command you want me to try? Yeep. Tick tock, tickety tock. Come on. Install them. Go. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, wow. So much better, Berber. Execstar. Actually, Execstar. Can you actually with Execstar? Can you actually just key in a with exec start inside of the? Oh, actually, I know. I'll get it to run a script because then I can. Because then I can run the script directly if I need to. It will be root because it needs to do stuff. Flatpak run socket or Flatpak run share network. I can try that. Is that different from the one they give you? Unknown network type, okay. The args. The no, failed. Not connected, label. Although it did say successfully connected to OBS. RIP. Yeah, weird, right? And look at that as well. Successfully connected to OBS when I just upgraded the port. Every time I just change the port, it's like, yeah, I connected, okay, yay. It's like, did you? Did you really? Yay, successfully connected again. Every time you change stuff. I don't know. I don't think I have remote access running in OBS. I don't think I have it turned on. Remote control guide. Let's have a look. Click on the tools menu. Click on OBS WebSocket settings, enable authentic. Okay, I don't think I have that. Tools manning. Oh, sorry. Go away. WebSocket server settings. It's not enabled. That's why. I've never enabled it. Let me see if I can do it now. Let's have a look at. I'm just going to change that to. Okay. 4455 apply. Using a password generated by us, highly recommend. Stores the server and play. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, 4455. So let's just go. It appears the output stream is current. Yes. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Wow, it's even got a QR code. Very fancy. Okay. It really just goes for every time you type. It's like 4455. Okay. Invalid IP. What? Okay. Sure. There we go. Successfully connected. Now actually connected in the UI this time. But, I mean, it's not really got me anything because I still can't do anything. Aren't I meant to be able to actually like, hey, there we go. There we go. It's now come up. It's all good. It's actually worked this time. Console. Okay, go back. Can I just copy it? Oh, okay. All right. Very nice. I can actually just copy it. That's pretty good. Let me go back and go. That was, I think that was, oh no, what one was that? That's on dark. Same one. On dark. Oh, hang on. Remove it. Yeah. On logo mark on dark. Okay. Logo mark on dark. I'm gonna go on light. That's the same, bro. All right, we're gonna use the nomad icon temporarily. Yeah, sure. Well done. Now we're going to go to action, add an action, OBS, switch scene, I'll be right back, browser, back. Actually works. That's pretty good. The next thing is making it so that when I click it, it changes, sends a system command, so that it actually moves to that window. But if the window name changes and stuff, how's it going to identify it? So I'm like going in and constantly updating the Stream Deck every time. So I can easily just move between these windows here locally, but then I've got to come here and be like, okay, I'll click that, and then it changes it for you. Which is not bad. It's still better than nothing. Anyway, shut up. That's how you're getting. Right, self bootstrap. Failure. Okay. Okay, and then copy. Oops. No. What? No. Go away. Over here. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then that's what the timer looks like. Oh no. I didn't do that right, did I? Stop. Stop. God, you suck. Thank you. Sweet. Run our self bootstrap script. 30 seconds. Okay. And then it'll just actually second persist true, yeah, and that's all you need to do. Okay. So now if I go to root slash here, and then we look at, actually if we just look at systemd system self bootstrap dot service self bootstrap dot sh. If I do self hyphen bootstrap dot sh, user bin bash, user bin bash, and then if I just go, what should I just do for now on the bootstrap, just to test it, do direct. If I just do a, actually one thing I didn't have was curl, so let's get that in place. Alright, and then I think I was just going to do curl https://google.com into root slash log dot text. I don't know. Append it every time. Let me test this now. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Make it bootable. Yeah. Okay. Chmod. Actually, let's go 0. Sorry, self bootstrap, yeah. So only the root can do it. And then what happens if I, oh, suck it. Self bootstrap. I'm going mad. Yeah, so I'll just do that every time. Okay. Let's now go over here and just do reload, copy. Okay. Self hyphen bootstrap timer. Sudo. Feel free to suck it. Suck it, yeah. Suck it, yeah. I think now we should technically be able to just follow the log and just say it come through every 30 seconds, I think, maybe? Or we've got to reboot first. Guess we'll wait. What have you been working on, Dragon? And how's that game coming along, Trouble? Have you implemented all of those features I asked for? They should only take a few minutes. Should be done by now. Yay! There it is, running. You've released like 2 games. Yeah, say easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Beepity beepity beep beep. Took an afternoon. So easy to do. Trouble just creates trouble for themselves, I should say. Silly Trouble. Alright, it's working. So every 30 seconds that will run, it'll just do that curl. So obviously I needed to do something a bit more serious than that. I needed to go to a specific IP. So because this will be a fixed network, I'll be honest, I'm torn between just implementing the VMs manually for any service that I want, as in using Terraform to create the VM based on the Debian template, which will be hardened and stuff, and then because the IP will be set because it's got the MAC discovery. Yeah, I guess I could then just inject the hostname stuff using the provisioner. And then I can just connect via SSH, manually set up the service I want running on there, whether it's Jellyfin or Tube Archivist or SABNZB or whatever, and then I can just snapshot the VM and then you're done. But if I centralize it in this way, so I get this timer running, get it running the script, then every VM will be running a script, fetching its thingy from a centralized server, and then I'll be able to then update that shell script if I then need it to do an update. I don't know. Do I need that? It would be... If I got the shell script to not just do a curl, but if I got it to not only curl, because effectively my thinking is if I do this, right, if I go HTTP and then I go 192.168. You know, whatever the internal IP is, and I go to like 99, and then that's like the centralized box. I can then go to all.sh, right, and I can just do that. Bin user bin bash. So I can create a bash script that then applies to all of them, which can be do an update, do this, do that, etc. And then I can also, you know, create a second one, which then this will have to be dynamically set by the Terraform provider, but then this one can come in and be like, you know, 192.168. Notice the lack of dots, but I guess I could put the dots in there, so it doesn't really matter. .88, and then it'll be this VM's IP, which I think in this case is 112, I think, .ssh, right? So curls one and runs it, and then curls the second one and runs that as well. So I don't know. That's to put an if statement in here, wouldn't I, to make sure that the exit code of the previous one was good. But this would allow me to then bootstrap, have an all script that applies to all servers, and then a server specific one for itself. And then from one central point I can update a shell script and have it apply to everything. I sort of like that. How does everyone else feel about that? Is there anything that anyone can think of that? Because I just think that that's a nice, simple way of doing it. Because you can make the shell script do anything. Like, you can have it install Ansible and run Ansible, right? You can have it install node npm and then create additional tools. You can pretty much do anything you like. You get it, but you don't understand why. I guess that's the sort of the core question that's got to be answered, is why do it? I think it's because if you imagine it this way, like what I'm doing is I'm aggregating all of the VMs that I have across a lot of systems, right, onto one. So imagine running 12 services on a VM on a Proxmox box, and then you go, cool, I've now got to update them all. You've got a few options. You can either ahead of time configure them to auto update themselves. So I could do the exact same thing I've just done here, and every night at 2 a.m. I can have a timer run, and I can have that timer run a shell script like this, and then that shell script does an apt update and then an apt upgrade, and does various security related stuff. Or I can just put an SSH key ahead of time, and then from my local system I can run an Ansible playbook that then SSHs to them all and does the update. But then I've got to action that, and then it's additional complexity and code you've got to write just to run an update, which can be done very easily in the shell script. But you don't want to run the shell script in your local box and have it connect and then run shell scripts again. Or I can just create a timer that runs this script that pulls from a central repository of scripts, and then I can just update that central repository of scripts when I want all the boxes to do something on the next run, the next time it runs. It's effectively like centrally managing the boxes, but without having to write any sort of Ansible code. I'm not sure. What do I want to do here? What do I have at the moment? Wee, look at that! I just pressed that and it worked. Wee, woo. They can be deleted now. This can be deleted. These can all be deleted. Let's go ahead and do that because they're actually simply not required right now. There's actually a part of me that actually thinks that you can over automate things in IT. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, a part of me actually thinks that you can just go too far with automation, and you can just sort of think, don't need it. Why do you need to always use Ansible or always use Terraform and so on and so forth? So a part of me just wants to create the VMs and just get on with it, but I don't know. I feel like it's a good way of sharpening my skills and keeping them going, right? Woo. You have trouble is typing, therefore we have trouble because he's typing. Go. Local human, baby. Remove it, baby. I don't need it. Kill it. Why would you not spend 2 weeks to automate a task that takes 2 minutes? Exactly. This is the thing you've got to think. Semaphore is quite interesting. That's like a remote management box which can run like Terraform and Ansible playbooks and stuff for you. That's something I've been configuring with. Alpine Mirror was good. That's been useful for helping with the student level stuff. Can probably shut that down now actually because I'm not using it at the moment. File server, that's using media. File browser, sorry. Pretty nice file browser actually. Can I get to it now? Yay! Oh. No. Oh, actually, it's got a port on it, doesn't it? Oh, is it not running? Oh, okay. Must have shut it down. YouTube Archivist is pretty good. That's what I'm currently running as well. Beep. Waiting for backend. Stupid internal IP versus non-IP. Let's go YouTube.127.0.1. I don't even remember now. So that one? No. So that one? No. Okay. I don't even remember my password or anything now. I was just playing around with it. But Tube Archivist is good. You can use an open source solution to manage all of them, like Nagios. That's more monitoring though, isn't it? But that's another thing as well. Like, what if you want to implement, changes across the board? Because I actually want to harden this image, this Debian image that I'm building now. This one, which is in here. I actually also want to harden this. No, actually, we'll quit that. System. Oh, we'll leave that timer running. Who cares? I want to harden this using Debian CIS Ansible harden. Beep. This is used by. I think this is the one that's used by OVH. I think. Debian. No, that's not it. This one. No. Oh, hang on. No. Ansible Lockdown's pretty good. There was one that was used by for hardening. What are they called? OVH. There we go. Debian CIS. So this one is what OVH use on the Linux systems to harden them down, which is pretty nice. Fleet, but that would be overkill. What's Fleet? What do you mean? Operating system, CS benchmark availability, fleet DM. Let's have a look. One agent for every OS audit script, blah 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 blah. Freedom at every level, device manager, wherever you need. No surprises. As soon as I see pricing up here, I'm like, It's free, is it? Is it? Is it though? Is it though? Okay. But then, I mean, it is. But then you got to go. What's a baseline? And this one has unlimited, so okay. What's a baseline? Is that a security thing? Support? Okay, so it's literally just pay for support. That's pretty good then. Well, no, because free doesn't have cross-platform MDM support, zero-touch setup, user account sync, human endpoint mapping. Okay, probably not stuff I'll need though. The free probably would be fine, but I've never used it. Is it good? Is it any good? Let's have a look. Okay, Ansible. You heard good things. All right. Ansible can manage iOS devices, really. Okay. Remote lock and wipe, Berber. Yeah, see, it handles things I don't need though. That's the problem. Okay. Yeah, overkill. Yeah, you might be right. Interesting though. Interesting stack. Oh, yes. Interesting. Well, I need to harden this image anyway. What have we got here? Automated security benchmark, audit and remediation, benchmarks. Okay. Okay, go here. Mindpoint groups, Ansible lockdown overview. The Ansible roles can be applied to systems to improve security posture, meet compliance requirements, and deploy without disruption after due diligence. Security hardening is achieved through the use of industry-recognized benchmarks, CIS and DISA-STIG, which provide open source license configurations to bring systems into security compliance. The content delivered consists of an audit component based on GOS that scans a host for compliance and remediate component that can be centrally using an Ansible deploy server to bring a host into compliance. Okay. Okay, yeah, meet compliance requirements. I think meeting HIPAA or PCI DSS would probably be sufficient. That's pretty good. Deploy without disrupting. Okay, yeah. Okay, CIS, Security Technical Information Guide. What is provided? Yeah. How is this written? Ansible, yeah, okay. Getting started. Alright, let's do an audit. So, the audit runs using the host only compute. Enable run. I don't have anything downloaded because you haven't so much as given me a link to download anything. Yeah. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, Ansible lockdowns, GitHub, there we go, hey! Thanks for the link. Okay, Ansible lockdown, yeah, you've got 80 repositories, love it. I love it a lot. Okay, Ansible Galaxy, that's what we can do, a roll pull. CIS Linux, Debian 11, Debian 12. I can't actually remember which Debian I'm running. Am I running 11? Debian 12, 12.11. Okay, 12.11. 12.11. 12.11. Okay, Debian 12. Okay. I think this is the last week. Updated last week. Configure Debian return to be CIS compliant based on benchmarks. Debian Linux 9 benchmark version 1.0.1. They've got a Discord server, that's good. So we'll make change the system. Matching security level CIS server, level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay. Let me just check the difference. Explain briefly the difference between CIS level 1 and level 2. I can't remember how strict level 2 is over level 1 or 1 over 2. I think 1 is, yeah, it is stricter. 2 is stricter, but or regulatory compliance. These settings may affect usability or operational processes more significantly and typically require thorough testing before deployment. Focuses on fundamental, practical, and broadly applicable security settings that can be implemented with minimal impact on system usability. It aims for a balance between security and operational convenience. I think level 1 would be fine for my VMs running on my Proxmox. I also need to get a tail scale in there as well. Okay. Read the docs, getting started. Ooh, oh, okay. Now we've got a completely different page. Very nice. Okay. Oh, that was a good fart. Playbook. Yeah. Limit host no. Dash I. Path to inventory also as you want. Why is it capital I? It's lowercase I. Relative path to site.yml. Ansible playbook list tags. Yeah, okay. Let's go back. Load that back up here. So if we go to the top, we've got site.yml. Okay, cool. So let's go back over here. Alright, let's go back. We've got Proxmox. Let's just do mkdir. Let's actually just clone it into here. Debian 12 CIS. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. Do you have an inventory file or no? Okay. Inventory dot text. All 192.168 dot. Yikes. The 200 at the moment. I think that'll work. Ansible module ping -I inventory all. Okay. Permission denied. Yeah, okay. I always forget how you configure. I think it's Ansible _user, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then you think you can do Ansible ask password. Become ask for connection password. Yeah. Ooh. Here. Get that one there. Cool. Okay. In that case, then, inventory -k site. Yes. Oh, of course, because it won't be able to it won't have sudo anyway. But let's have a look at this. Discovered interpreter Python 3 failed. Sudo not found. Yeah, okay, it's gonna sudo. Okay, let's go with sudo then. I actually tend to avoid sudo on Debian, on any of my Linux. I just sort of think if you su over to root, then you can do the thing that you need to do. But that being said, yay. What is the yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Root sudo.d. What is going to be the sudo group? Yeah, okay. User mod sudo ua. Okay. See how far it gets this time. Missing sudo password. Yeah, that's fine. Pretty certain that's capital K, I think. Oh, does it? Okay. Why did you ask me that then? Right. I think that's, I don't even know what level that's going to do. I think it's going to do 2 by default, but so let's see how far we get and also how, how restricted the system is after we've done it. Probably end up doing it now, won't be able to use the system at all. It'll probably just explode when I try and install something. No! Create a file? How dare you, sir? Okay, it's doing stuff. Just to be clear though, I am gonna run this and then assume that my system is completely secure and never ever needs to be updated again for the next 15 years, and I expect not to be hacked. Okay, I am firing and forgetting on this one. That's the thing though, like, how often do you run this, right? And that's one of the things with using templating and stuff is oh god, it's gonna put UFW on there. Okay. Not gonna lock yourself out, are you? No, okay, cool. Brilliant. It's really going for it. Anyway, once you use templates and you bake all of this stuff in, and then you then create VMs from the templates, is they technically, you then got to manage them all by going to them and running this again on each and every one of them each and every time, which isn't the end of the world, but and it's hard to friggin' update the template. Then you've got to create new VMs. You've got to create a new VM from the template. You've got to update it, you've got to run it and update it. Then you've got to create all the VMs again from the new template. So yeah. It's sort of like once you've created that template and created VMs from it, that's it. You've now got to keep all those things up to date and running, which I don't mind, but you know, you've got to do that, right? Thank baby Jesus for Ansible aid. Oh god, I haven't used aid in a long time. Wow, I haven't used aid since Jesus, probably like 2013. That has been quite a while. Where are we? Whoop. Hey, here we go. ArchWiki, man, so good. Yeah, checking for integrity files. I can't believe it's still going. It's got a link. Okay. Only does file integrity check. It does not check for rootkits or parse log files for suspicious activity, like any other HID. Offset for do log watch. Okay. I guess it's better than nothing. Right. Sure, aid is installed. Okay, it's doing a lot of async polls with JIDs. Did you notice that Trouble avoided my question about the updates to the game? Outrageous, sir. I should get some stream music, shouldn't I? What's that guy's one called? Stream Beats? Listen now. Made for streamers. Okay. Have you got a death metal playlist? Rock. It's got rock. It's got emotional. Okay, rock on the wood. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 10 songs. So those 10 songs would loop constantly. Okay. No, actually, you'll hear that through the. How? I don't think I can capture the audio from a single window on Linux. Can on Windows? What does this sound like? Come on, play. What? It plays the song, but then it just constantly says streambeats.net every 3 seconds, so... How much is this thing? And I'm in another window, sorry, $5 a month. Alright, okay. You've got like 10 songs, bro. I'm not paying you $5 a month for 10 songs. Also, that didn't sound like rock. It sounded really bad. That's by Harris Heller, who's Senpai Gaming. He's a pretty nice guy, but still. Just down. Okay. Streaming music. No. Okay. Twitch. Let's see. Free streaming music. Pretzel was the one I've used in the past, which was pretty good. Pretzel.rocks, I believe it was called. Pretzel. That's it, yeah. I wonder if there's a way of me pulling it in as a media source. Is he even here? I answered every time. No, you didn't. You never mentioned anything about the games. All those features I've asked for. Some really bad elevator music. Oh, that actually finished. You have 5 warnings that require investigating that are related to the following benchmark IDs. Well, okay then. I wonder if I can pull in an audio. Hang on. Video. Media source, jack input, image, color source, browser. Okay. Does that just... Okay, you've just added a browser source. Did I? That's where you get really complex stuff where you can have like things walking across the bottom of your stream and stuff, like little people being like, hello. Okay, just delete that. Be gone, good sir. Audio capture, audio input, audio output capture. Okay. No. Anyway. Some bad LOs. Start your free trial. I think this one was only like $5 a month as well. Yeah, $6 a month. That's premium. Unlimited. The ultimate stream. Let's have a look. 600,000 Twitch safe tracks. 60 plus curated stations. 150,000 YouTube safe tracks. Okay. But you see if I just streamed on my own thing, that I could just use whatever. I mean, I don't even monetize, so it actually doesn't even matter, to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't even monetize my streams. So I can actually just play anything, and there's nothing you guys can do about it. So, what should I play? There's got to be some music in the background, right? Let's just go YouTube chill beats. Lo-fi hip-hop radio beats to relax to or study to. Okay. 2 hours. Okay, 2023. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link and then I'm going to illegally download it because I like supporting YouTubers. I'm going to dump it in. Actually, we'll go to documents. Yeah, because I like supporting other YouTubers. I'm gonna rip this. YouTube MK just music, hyphen videos. Come on, type correctly, Michael. Oh my god. EVMV. Really? I don't. What? Okay. Yes, I do want you to display them all. Where's my virtual environment gone? Where's it gone? I want my virtual environment. Yeah. What? Could have sworn I had a. Is it on the sandbox or something? What the F? Hang on. Yeah. Is it on the sandbox maybe then? Yes, there it is. There we go. Thank you. Pip install. What's it called these days? Is it YTDLP? I always forget. Anyway, go YTDLP that. Because now I can just run it in OBS. Not OBS. Oh, actually, I can just run in OBS. I think OBS can just play a media file. What's that look for, Dragon? How dare you? Where are we here? Media source. Lo-fi hip hop. Local file. Oh, it's a big one. It's 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, and every 15 seconds it goes lo-fi hip hop.com. Every 15 seconds. Alright, so my Debian is apparently hardened. So it's going to be very interesting to get rid of that. Oh, actually, I need that, don't I? Let's put it over here for now. So what does that mean? Are you still running? When was the last time you ran? Let's see if that still runs. We'll do a reboot of this and see how quickly it fails at doing anything. Come on. Yeah, it's still running. Okay, cool. All right, let's reboot. Reboot the connection. Reboot. What games have you been playing this week, Dragon? What game? What's this going on? Expedition 33. I've heard that's good. You wouldn't steal a car. Handbag. You wouldn't steal a mobile phone. You wouldn't steal a policeman's helmet. Piracy is a crime. Expedition 33. I have heard it's very, very good. Do you agree, sir? It's amazing. Is it really? Is it that good? Okay. I've heard really, really good things. Single player. Is it single player? There's a modern masterpiece. 3 hours, 33 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. I know you guys probably can't hear that, so, but that's okay. Now that I think about it, actually, you won't be able to hear the music on Discord. I like the graphics. That's really cool. It's very reminds me of BioShock. Okay. What? What the fuck just happened there? Okay. How did you get to another? I have no idea. I literally just clicked the timeline. Weird. Alright. Parry, dodge. Is it okay, so it's turn-based. I like the UI, that's pretty nice. I was thinking of playing Final Fantasy 15. I've heard it's a really nice sort of like completionist game that you can sort of just keep ticking along in the background on. It's a turn-based game like personal games, but you get to parry or dodge enemy attacks. So it's quote-unquote turn-based, okay. Do you know what, actually, I'm going to see if, while that runs, I might have to just stream on one platform to get this audio working so that people can hear the audio. And it might just have to be YouTube or my own thing. Gold, okay, so it has gold standard support. Okay, so if I go to Steam then, go to my library. Where are you? Final Fantasy, that's 14. 7. What? I've got Final Fantasy 15. What the one hidden? Why? Oh, shut up. I honestly cannot find a way of making the audio work on both Discord. Expedition is platinum. Yeah, okay, cool. That hurt. You hit him in the eyeball. That was really mean. What's he done to you? Okay. What the hell? 1 point. Interesting. Okay. Is she a kid? Is this like a oh, what's that game that became a TV series called The Last of Us? Is that like a sort of a Last of Us relationship? He's the sort of looking after her sort of thing. Is she young or no? Okay. And I assume she's Claire Obscure, but she's not like elite. She is young, but she's not like elite. Okay. Oh, she's not like Ellie. Oh, okay. That's a big sword. Try picking it up. Oh. I like the one of the reasons I like Final Fantasy as a universe is the sort of quirkiness of like monsters and things. And I like that. I'm looking at these, and the monsters have got a bit of a quirkiness to them. They're a bit wild. They're a bit out there. They're a bit sort of surrealist. I do like that. Did you ever play Dishonored? Oh god, I love those games. Dishonored. Oh yeah, I think I've got 15 Final Fantasy 15 downloading now. It's been a while since I've played it. Oh, by the way, I wanted to do a series of videos I'll put it past you as an idea now. I'm going to go back here so there's not too many spoilers here or anything. It's like Elden Ring-esque. I was going to do a series of videos. I could do them as streams, but it would be harder as streams. I'd have to stream on my MacBook Pro and somehow show you my screen from like over my shoulder. But I was going to do a a Linux desktop distribution change once a month, and effectively try really sort of esoteric distributions for a month, and spend a year going over each one, and then doing each stream being about the desktop and how it's performing and what it's doing. Or I was just going to do it as a video series. Do you think that sounds interesting? Because I think it'd be interesting to see how some of these really weird sort of distros actually work and how performant they are. Because this is Kubuntu, what I'm using right now, and it's really friggin' nice. It just works. I've hardly changed a thing. And so it would be interesting to see how well other things work. The idea of the game is that at some point there was a cataclysmic event in an alternative Paris. Since then, a mysterious paintress kept painting numbers on a monolith from 100, counting down each year. Oh, I saw this. When it counts down, people of the age above that number die. Oh, what a story. That's pretty cool. I remember reading about the painting thing, and the game starts with the change from 34 to 33, so you play Expedition 33. Wow, that's really cool. What a great story. That's what I mean. I just love... Oh, that's why he's got 33 on his sleeve. I really love stories like that are just so sort of unique and interesting. What a really cool idea. Alright, he's 3 hours, 33 minutes and 33 seconds in, which is very clever. There's a lot of things here, so what are we looking at? I feel like I'm just going to spoil it if I just go too far in. Alright, let's go back out. There's a review, okay. You jump to an extreme spoiler if you left it play for like 3 more seconds. Oh shit, okay. This is a review, so I should hope it doesn't ruin anything, because ING are really trustworthy and good, right? Cool. That explains why she's young then. So is he effectively grooming her into becoming an expedition leader sort of thing because she's young? So she has years ahead of her to sort of take on this painter thing? You jump to... Yeah, okay, she's an expeditioner, right, okay. Whoa. That's really mean. Why would you paint things like that and do that to people? Ew. Very nice. No, people volunteer to join the expedition. It's usually people that have 1 year left, but anyone can join, and she joins because she's an orphan, and the guy you're talking about is like a brother father to... Ah, okay, cool. Is it worth it? Free roaming and fighting, yeah, just show me this. It's been a while since I played 15. But I like the open world nature of it. Come on, load the video. Oh, it's actually in Japanese. Yeah, but I've not finished. I've not played through 15 now, and it's in my library, and I've been through 14, so... And now we're on 16. I've been playing Final Fantasy since 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, 7 was what got me into the whole series, really, and then I went backwards a little bit and was like, 8 was okay. I don't think I've actually thoroughly played through like 9, 10 and 11 and stuff. Not 11, 9 and 10. I wonder if it has Furugana. It's probably not a good game to learn Japanese with, to be honest. It's probably too advanced. Cool, okay. Let's jump a little bit. Let's go and get my PlayStation controller, although it's not going to download anytime soon, so I guess not. Where are we at? Oh, there it is. 14% complete. Okay. Oh god. Yuri on J. Oh yeah. Okay. Thou shalt not blah blah. Okay. It's pretty wild. I do prefer turn-based, but okay. Oh, that's right. You can switch between them. You can change the characters, and when you move from one to the other, the AI effectively takes over. Interesting. Blind side link. Gucci done that. Nice. Okay, where's this from? What? You got something above their heads. Oh, okay. I think you can mine and everything in this. Let's have a look. Is he in the car? I remember you could get the car. I think I've got the car in marry. You can marry in it? I think I've got the car from Final Fantasy 15 in Final Fantasy 14. Whoa, can you fight that? No way. Jesus thing. That thing's fucking enormous. Don't know, that's what I heard. No, I don't think you can marry in it. Before you buy it. This is the launch trailer. Definitely not watching that. Cry my friggin' eyes out. Then you've got the Final Fantasy 16. Yeah. Maybe you can. I actually miss 14. 14's so good. It's just expensive. Yeah, I have actually played 15 up until the garage scene where you get to the garage and the chick with the enormous boobies helps you fix your car. Bit basic, okay. What I like is big open worlds, and I like exploring them and finding things. That's what I like. That's why I like Skyrim. I've got Skyrim installed. I was thinking of playing Skyrim as well. That was another thing I wanted to sort of look at videos as gaming on Linux as well. Is do videos around gaming on Linux, looking at ProtonDB, using Steam, adding games to Steam, and just seeing how they. But it's not very open, is it not? Okay. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind linear as long as it's fun to play. But I do prefer open world. They've really gone all in on the thingy, haven't they now? The real-time combat. Rather than it being the time-based battle. What was it called? What was the name of it? The battle system that they used in 7 and the other ones. Whoa, okay. You move on a world map between zones, and the zones are kind of like Final Fantasy zones, but smaller. Okay, so that's like 7 then. Is that like 7 where you go to the overworld, and then you move across the overworld? It's probably going to be called the overworld, right? Proves open worlds are unnecessary. How dare you? Pretty beautiful. Yeah, Zelda's amazing for open world stuff. Just insane. So is Elden Ring as well. It's just too hard. Honestly, as a game, I just find it annoying. I don't want to be challenged that much, to be honest, with combat. That's why I like 14, because really the combat's pretty simple with 14. And you can sort of, you know... You can sort of chill a bit with the combat. Like, if you go into, like, ultimates and stuff, then yeah, okay, they get hard, but you can sort of just chill and, like, build things and blah, blah, blah. So I do like that. Show me the overworld. Okay, is it proving it? Was it proving it by show me it? Show me it. I think it's an overworld. I think that if I'm reading what you're saying correctly, it's like an overworld in Final Fantasy VII. Okay. That's 15. That's one of the things I liked about 15 as well, is that you could drive around in the car. I thought that was really cool. Actually, I like driving. I like driving. Oh, okay. So is that 16, or is that 15? I've muted the guy because that looks like 15. That's 15. Okay. Yeah, it is. Oh, chocobos, yes. Yoshi P, man. Yeah, he's an amazing director. That's 14. Uh-huh. Okay. Did he do 16 as well? Well, I think he's head of that division, right? Square Enix, that focuses on Final Fantasy. He's a bit of a legend. Ah, okay. So you do that, you select your thing, and then it takes you there. So it's sort of like going to a crystal in Final Fantasy 14, as you say. You sort of like jump to the zone by going to a crystal, and then it loads in. Very cool. How much is oh, actually, gold. Okay. Stop. Why are you playing stuff? That was really loud. Don't do that again. Alright. $75 for 16. Okay, I'll get through 15 first. Whoa, stop. Yeah, most zones are dungeon-like, very linear, maybe 1 to 2 side paths, and then big city regions where you can do some side quests around. So it's a bit open world area, but doesn't get too big. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. You're so clever. Where are we? Okay. Okay. Well, where is it? That's weird. Oh. Ha! You're right, but because it's a video. Okay. I can't hear it though. I assume you guys can hear those hip hop beats, but I can't. Sort of ironic that you can, but I can't. Not on Discord, but you can hear it on YouTube. Yeah, okay, you'll be able to hear it on YouTube. Alright, well that's clearly down, so I'll work out another way of dealing with that. I guess I can just that's another one as well, Cyberpunk. Have you seen Commando the musical, by the way? So good. Imagine you jump from main city to a dungeon in 14 and you can do fates around the main cities, kind of that. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Right. Oh, can I get back into this thing? Come back to the gaming in a second. Gonna go make coffee soon. For I like to keep my testicles. They will not be chopped off. Enable streamer mode on Discord. That might saw your enable streamer mode on Discord. Enable or disable? It's currently disabled. Enable streamer mode. I know you can disable. I know that it comes on automatically when it detects OBS, but I turn it off. Streamer mode. Okay, let's have a look. Looking for integrations. Enable streamer mode. Automatically enable, disable, or hide. Disable sounds. All sound effects will be disabled. To sound notifications. No, there's nothing in there. That won't help. Sound comes from mic only. Yeah, correct. So effectively what's happening is the sound from the microphone's hitting it. So what I need is an artificial, and I've tried a few of them, I need an artificial sound that takes the microphone, takes the audio from the desktop, mixes them together, and then it gives me a line out, a virtual line out, and then I plug that into Discord, and that becomes the sound source. But I've tried a few things and I can't work out how to do it. Audio meter, what was it called? It was like an audio app that I had. Multimedia, digital audio workstation. I don't think it was that. What was this? Let me try this. And then that's probably just, actually wasn't surprised if that's now actually killed my audio, but okay. Well, input device road. Okay, the quality went from 10 to like 480 for the mic. Yeah, because I've just started this like thing. Okay, output device generic. Yeah, see, it's just weird. I don't get it. Like I've got all these apps that I'm trying, but I don't know what they do. That's the problem, unfortunately. All right. Hardening done. Right, give me a minute. I'm gonna go make a coffee. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Reboot, did you? Is the mic quality still bad, or is it okay now? Boom, ba, boom, ba. Boop, boop, ba, 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 ba. Te-eru. 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 Fourth moment. These moments prove that Corpo V is an absolute beast. I don't remember that scene. What scene's that? Oh, now my audio's completely screwed up. Thanks, that app that I used earlier. That's really good. Oh, I see. Stupid thing. I updated my NVIDIA driver and libraries. Sounds like a risk. Yikes. Mean V. Corpo V is mean V. Cyberpunk is another one that I've not really... I played it and I completed one of the endings to it. And it was brutal. Like, it was hard for me to go back to the game after the ending. But, really? Okay, how does Corpo V do this one? Oh. It's a good game. Disappear before name. Oh. He's hacked in. Whoa. Ah, so that'll actually get you in. I remember this one. That's clever. That makes it far easier to do that entire scene in that way. Crazy, 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 baby. Where am I? Oh, I had a thought about with the desktop idea. I was thinking maybe I could actually use one of the systems that I have spare in the garage. Slot in, I've got spare GPUs. I think I've got a 1060 here. Or is this a 1050? It's a 1060, but I've also got a an older AMD 480 RT, which is a beautiful looking little card. It's old now, but it's a lovely card. In fact, I think that's down here. I think it's in the yeah, that's in the TrueNAS box. And I was thinking what I could do with the desktop, as I wouldn't even need to interfere with my main desktop. I could run it on a separate one, and then I could just feed in a display port into my 49-inch ultra wide, and then I can use picture by picture to split it into two 2K monitors. and I can have my main one on the left, and then I can have the new one on the right, and then I can experiment with it a bit more and be a bit more risky with it while recording it. I think that might be a better way to go, and I'm wondering whether I should stop streaming on Discord and just go straight to YouTube or my own cast server, so that I can get all the audio working, make it a bit easier for everyone. Or do people prefer Discord? I do like Discord, it's very nice, but the desktop audio doesn't come through and it's really annoying. I actually don't know why the audio doesn't come through, to be honest, because it's sort of meant to. No better. Whichever is easier for you. Well, I don't know, I sense a gaming stream coming on. Alright, that's CIS hardened. It did have warnings in there. Okay, let me pop them into ChatGPT. Where are you, good sir? Tell me about benchmarks. Alright, it'll load up those. 11211, 1212, 1211. Ensure temp is a separate partition. Ensure package manager repositories are configured. Ensure Microsoft Defender for endpoint integration is enabled. Ensure events that modify date and time information are collected. Okay, audit D-logs. Interesting. Okay, should be okay without those for the time being, but we'll have to see. 80% complete on 15. How much is oh, that was annoying. Stop doing that. Kill that. Stop. Oh God. What audio system do you have? I think I have Pulse, yeah. I think I do. I always forget, to be honest. Let me go over to here. I can't remember if it's Pulse or ALSA. I can't see it right now, but I do remember having the information available. Alright, have fun, Trouble. Sleep well. Thanks for popping in. What's that? Is that Ace Attorney? Capcom Publisher Sale. Okay, let's see what they've got. Ace Attorney. The trilogy. It's quite good for learning Japanese, actually. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Coming soon to the sale. Okay, new releases. Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay. DLCs, Monster Hunter games are down 70%. Okay, are those Monster Hunter World games? Quite good open world. I remember I was talking to a guy and he was saying how Monster Hunter World, one of them was like you had to like find clues and then that helped you find the creature and then you killed the creature and hunted it. Whereas in the new one they just sort of go, oh, the creature's over there. And they just sort of like give you a map to it and it's like, you don't really hunt anymore. But I wonder how well these play on Linux. PACTL. No valid command. Oh, no valid command specified. So yes, I do. Yeah, I do have the command. I do have PACTL. So pulse. Well, yeah, I guess so. But I also have ALSA as a command. But we'll assume pulse, yeah. What is that? Oh, I see. Oh, it does just do that. Alright, so if I come into here then, I just did that. Core dumped, yeah, well done. Okay. Let's see if it says running it from the terminal. Okay. Close and don't show again, or I will kill you. Okay, dink, dink. Yeah, okay, that's working. Good. Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely pulse audio. I think. Feel free to find a solution for me if you want. But what was I did remember I found a tool that let you. Oh, it was Jack. Was it called Jack something? XJack. It was XJack, I think it was called. Yeah. I can't remember how I can't remember the results I got to with it. MinVM doesn't use pulse audio and Jack can't see shit. Yeah. I remember seeing one of them and I was like, I could draw like the connections and it worked really well in the sense that like it was a nice piece of software, but it just would not, it just would not do it. I just could not get it to give me a, oh, hang on. Is it in here? System monitor, timesheet, virtual. No. QJack CTL. No. Type in Jack. I just get XJDO audio and configure audio devices and volume audio. No, that's just the audio system itself. All applications. Let me just go through. Maybe I removed it. Oh, actually, it could have got popped when I did a recent update. I did a recent sort of. I basically fiddled around with my system and caused a lot of shit to uninstall, basically. So maybe I've lost track of it now, but let me just go through my all apps and have a little quick look. Yeah, that was it. That was it. That's the tool. Yeah, it's that QJack. Yeah, QJack. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. No, I don't have it installed. Give me a second. I remember doing this and again, just could not get it to. Because I even have, inside of my OBS, I have a Jack input client in my OBS. And I remember doing what I thought was everything. Can you hear me now? Yep. Yeah, so that's what happens when you run Jack. It just dies. Well, it just sort of like, it connects and absorbs every device and locks it so nothing else can then use it. So that was the issue I was running into, was using it to trying to use it to plug everything in, and then I get those errors where it's like no server found, Jack server found. So I'm like, okay, have I got to open a server up? It was, to be honest with you, it was so confusing, trying to work out what was going on. Red Dead Redemption's another one that I've not actually played. That looks really good. Boop. Okay, Red Dead Redemption. I spelled that right. Yeah, it's gold. Okay, cool. Ooh, it's ready to play. So I remember enabling it, Jack that is, and then trying to wire up multiple outputs from one thing into the inputs of other, and then getting the output from that virtual thing into other things, and honestly, it was just an absolute nightmare. It really, really didn't work, and I just couldn't work it out. I guess if I... let's try again. It's going to kill the audio. How can something be so complicated? Yeah, it's... oh my god. That's an absolute pain to try and work on. I just don't get it. The pulse audio is not even in there. Okay. Jack audio server pulse audio. Okay. This is so, to be fair, this is really easy on Windows. I just use like virtual audio cable, I think it's called. It's very easy. Don't use pulse audio with Jack. The most experienced and demanding users of Jack do not attempt to link pulse audio and Jack. Many of them will not run pulse audio at all. I don't know if I'm running pulse audio. How do I determine ALSA? I think I'm using ALSA, to be honest with you. All that's necessary in this case is to define pulse audio. I don't want to use pulse audio then. Let's try and use ASLA and see if we can make it work. Okay. Oops. Let's go to audio, which is over here. Okay, cool. Go over here. All right. Audio, playback streams, recording, voice engine rec stream. That's probably coming from OBS. You got OBS here as well, and I can see that obviously. So now that's interesting. So interesting. So OBS now is no longer showing an ALSA. Audio, hang on, desktop audio, jack input client, desktop. They have a jack input client on them, but this desktop one doesn't. That's interesting. Well, see the way that's broken. That screwed up when I did I had to do like a it was weird anyway. I proper blew it to bits, blew the system to bits. System out, microphone and USB. Interesting. So is Ubuntu sound driver. LSA. Let's have a look at this one here. Yes, okay. Plasma Fighter, problem description. I can't use two programs that use audio at the same time. For example, if I have VirtualBox running machine, it's audio, and 5 I can't reproduce any web. That was a weird sound. Audio 5 hours, so it doesn't work. In case this is actually true of me as well. I play latter try to play video VLC. The VLC video can't sound. Viewing the packages installed. Conjures ALSA pipe wire pulse wire plumber. Looks like programs that use ASL audio don't work together with programs that use pipe wire pulse audio. Okay. Okay, I will try to directly use your sound card. Yeah, okay. No promises, but this used to work for me. Not only a paper console. Good point. Doesn't work quite right because I have two cards that share driver. You have two sound cards? Must be doing some Series A audio stuff. That's suddenly a per app thing, but yes, VLC definitely allows you to pick pulse as an output. Okay. Was it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess it's video, audio. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was completely missing that. Visually, my eyes, I couldn't see that. Output modules. Pulse audio, ALSA audio, file, audio memory. Okay. So it does let you pick. So let me just go back to the Google results, because there was a, there we go, that's what I wanted. This Arch Linux wiki had a, let's say, provides kernel driven sound card drivers. It replaces the original OSS. Also bundles a user space driven library for application developers. Okay. So I wonder then if you can go ASLA virtual audio cable, open source on Ubuntu. This will be someone saying virtual cable for Ubuntu doesn't work. Yes. Discord. What's this one? Okay. Pulse audio allows you to create virtual syncs. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Start Pulse audio daemon load module. I tried this last time as well, and it never worked. I couldn't get it to work. Okay. Okay, it's not even a thing. Pulse capture. What does this do? Front left, showing the signal levels for the road and to be analog. So it is obviously capable of seeing the device, obviously. And then, okay, and then that's obviously volume meter for stuff coming out as well. Okay, cool. What else is that? And then that's just the standard audio for the system. Okay, brilliant. So that's not really that helpful. Other audio streams offer like music for daemon, which is a mature service application of development, as long as it was surveyed, text the answers. Okay. No. Well, ASLA does it automatically, doesn't it? No. How? In Linux, you have ASLA sequences to provide virtual cables. The ports are dynamically created when you start a program, so there's not a fixed number of them, like a MIDI yoke. Okay. The command line utility A-Connect allows you to connect and disconnect the virtual MIDI cables between any ports, being hardware. Okay, what's this? SourceForge is definitely a good sign. Not. Virtual piano keyboard. Okay, that's nice. Thank you. Right. Thanks for that. A nice utility is QJack. Oh, is it? Yeah, for doing the same as QJack, Qt. Okay. Jack daemon, start, stop, and monitor state. Jack provides virtual audio cables to connect your sound card port and audio programs in a similar way the MIDI virtual cables, but for digital audio data. Well, as soon as we start QJack, a ion cannon is fired from orbit on my sound, so that's clearly not really. It's okay. I actually remember finding a YouTube video as well, and the guy was super step by step, and it just still didn't work. Oh, one application is to be able to select a speaker, which then another application can use as a microphone. The reason for this is I want to use GNU Radio to decode multiple channels at the same time and route the audio from the channels differently. Specifically, my goal is to use my icons in IF mode. Okay, creating virtual cables to create loopback ASLR devices in the kernel, but I found that to be counterintuitive, buggy, and incompatible. Another way is to say that every time you're in audio Linux, you have to carefully navigate the minefield. Yes, audio under Linux is a nightmare. Not waste time in many haunted graveyards. You stick to yeah. My setup is that I'm using ALSA because this is Linux, and Pipewire because it's the future, and Pulse Audio is the sucky past. Okay, let me type in pipe into my thingy then. Get Piper, Pipe Walker, brilliant. Okay. Junior radio needs access to the audio devices. It only supports SSI. I suppose I said the pipe wire built on top of SSI. This is only partly true. So I said okay. Some awesome. Create virtual cars. PW loopback. Do I even have that? I do actually have that. Oh, now I've created a loopback. Ooh, loopback. You probably can't. Can you hear that? Can you hear that weird echo? On the stream? No, didn't think you could. You might be able to hear it on the YouTube though, because it's hitting the mic. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, capture props, media, class audio, sync, node name. You could hear it on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. These loopback commands need to continue running. They are drivers for the two loopback cables, but drivers merely in user space talking to pipewire, so no root permissions needed. The next step is to create isolate devices for these 4 endpoints, 2 virtual cables with toe ends each. I don't do audio, so I don't know what that means. That can be done by adding the following to A sound RC. PCM, monitor, sync, monitor, sync. Type pulse device, blah. Now you should be able to play audio into sync and capture from monitor. So I get that. Virtual cable test. Okay, lovely. Okay, you may want to go to the output device tab of PAVU control. I've got PAVU meter, which is that one. Okay. PAVU control. Oops. Okay. Sorry, now you can hear my typing on the keyboard. It's probably not the best. It's probably not the best thing to be listening to. Come on, work faster and harder. Computer. Okay, so this is the volume controller. Right, okay. System sounds of my audio still going, okay. Ding, 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 ding. I remember using this and I'm like, it's actually not. Oh, yeah, muting, okay. And that's actually not changing anything at all. Where was the voice engine? Play stream on, okay. Oh. All streams. Okay, recording. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can see the road. Alright, so you can see that. Output devices. Yeah, give me 1 second. The wife is asking for information. Information, mate. Information, mate. Where's my... There it is. Come on. Load. What's going on here? Oh, there it is. Yay. Copy to clipboard. Paste. Go. Alright, leave me alone, woman. Okay. So we got line out, plugged in. Analog output. There's the 40%. It's not at 40%. It's at 80%. So that's interesting. So if I go to my audio then, okay. Oh my god, the road's at 100% now. Is that just like blowing you guys out on YouTube? That must be mad. See, that's not showing 40% over here though. So if I do 100% there, and then see, it's effectively just being ignored, right? Do you see what I mean? This is why I don't understand. This is why I don't think it's pulse audio, because this is a pulse audio volume control, and although it's seeing here, it's being like, oh, I can see this on here. Hang on. I wonder if hang on. see, the only options are Rode NCP and then the C2, the C92, the webcam audio itself. Is the only input stream available in terms of okay, enable calls. Okay, voice by voice, crisp, voice activity. So video, sound card debugging, yeah. So I can't get it to use any other audio device because there isn't any other one being presented to the system. And again, with this, I don't quite get how, you know, this volume control doesn't really affect anything. It's at 80% in the system. Input devices, yeah, port, microphone. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Import, so 80%. Oh, now it is changing it at the system level. Okay, sweet. So it is actually, I was looking at the wrong thing, sorry. So you've got a microphone up here, which is muted. Well, it should be muted, actually, because I don't need that input at all. Oh, man, it would be so good if I just create a device in there. Okay, well, let's go back to here then. So you did type pulse control dot, okay, PW loopback, control power-ups, okay, create virtual cables, node name FT8 sync. What does that mean? Let's create one, and now let's see what happens. So what's that actually giving me? Let's go here. What do I have? Do I have an output device? I do. I have a loopback device now. Okay, so I've got my input device as my Rode. I've got my output devices. I've got a PW loopback, which is currently receiving no input. But if I go to user settings in here, go to voice and video, voice, it's still not an input, it's still not a compatible input device inside of Discord. Now that could be because it needs to restart to see the device, but also it can't see it. If I go to, actually if I go to sound, it's in here too. So there is a loopback over here, PW loopback. So now I have a new device. Let's go back to this guy's thing. So he's saying if you create two audio class name JS8, are they just random names just given them? FT and JS, I think they are, right? Yeah, FT and JS. FT8 and a JS8 call, okay. So then he's going, I want to PCM.FT8 monitor type pulse device, FT8 sync.monitor. Okay, now you should be able to play audio into FT8 sync and capture it from the monitor. And the same for JS8. See, what is this? Virtual cable test. QTG UI. Okay. So he has signal source coming in from there, going into an audio sync, and then an audio source going into a waterfall sync. Okay. This is obviously doing something quite specialized, but loopback devices showed up in a number of not FTA. Configured easy enough though, thanks. So how does that help me? How do I? Because he's creating a loop, so I need to take my, effectively need to take my microphone and my desktop audio, and I need to put them into a sync, and then have a monitor for that sync. But all this is doing is setting up monitors and syncs though, right? Hang on, country FTA sync, FT8 monitor, FT8 monitor. and then an FT8 sync, and then an FT8 sync. Oh, PCM monitor, CTL monitor, PCM sync, CTL sync. Right, okay. But then now you just need to play audio into the sync and catch it with the monitor. That makes sense, but how? Okay, running the test, you probably hear default speakers. You may want to go to output devices, mute the two loopbacks. They should still produce sound in the virtual sources, just not play through the normal speakers. Okay. Set connectors, AC or USB select. For some reason you say, okay. Right. Okay, well actually let's go to VLC again. Go tools, settings, preferences. Can it now yeah, just do ASLA, automatic, pulse audio, automatic. No, okay, I can't actually specify the actual stream output. Yeah, that's streaming, I assume. Yeah, it is video streaming playback. Yeah. Shame. I guess I'll just have to look at if we go into here. Big stretch. Let's go to here. Hardware. That's just a file server one. Let's go with good old edit here. 8192. Okay. Great. Processors. Let's give you 4, but that's not limit you. Okay. That'll apply. Okay, let's give it a reboot. Let's see how well OwnCast works. Yeah, I just want to quick install the script. Sweet. I think I did this last time. It did work fine. But we're going to give it a try together. Together, you and me. Oh, already had a brilliant. Already had it there. Oh. What an idiot. 110. Okay, let's go into SH. Let's go back to, yeah, doing that. Okay, SH28 at 192.168. Oops, 168.88.10. It's going to move that out the way a little bit. It's not so close to the keyboard because I'm sure it's not very pleasant to listen to. Yeah, okay. Sweet. It's got to be run as cannot locate unzip. Okay, issue. Alright, that's the wrong password. Hello, right password. Boom. Okay, sudo sudo. But I have to install sudo unzip. Shit. Okay, because a lot of these scripts require sudo, so user mod sag sudo ua. Great, log in, log back in. That was wrong. Okay, where's your SSH key at, yo? Alright. I do like it when things just have an install script. It's very handy indeed. What we'll do is we'll get this running. Okay, run OwnCast by changing the OwnCast directory. By changing, yeah, okay, running OwnCast, the default port's 8080, default streaming key and admin password is ABC 123 ABC 123. Stick it up your bum, it's ABC. Okay, OwnCast. Okay, 8080. Sweet. Slash admin. 192. 8080. Okay, and then you can go to slash admin. admin APC 3. Okay. So what I would need to do is forward over ports. Viewers, chat and users, viewers, configuration, general. Alright, so I'd need to set up. So hang on, how do you do? Okay, yes, if I do HTTPS, if I go stream, I'll just have to go in and name Crilly AU. Oh yeah, Crilly's stream update. Thanks for that. That's so useful and makes me feel like it's going to be really a good experience going forward by clicking a button and not having everything fucking update. Clear out the way. Jesus. Update. I'll just gonna feed people. Offline logo. Alright, that's pretty cool. What I need to do now is update my password. Okay. Utilities, hardware stream integration. It's probably going to be offline. Home. Okay. Don't care. Server setup. Oh, admin password. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's in there. It does, doesn't it? Did I set that up? Just set the wrong password. Silly me. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sweet. What port should accept inbound broadcasts? Default is 1935. Okay, if you have a CDN in front of your entire Owncast instance, specify your origin server here for the WebSocket to connect to. Most people will never need to set this. Okay, server listening on 8080. So let me go to Nginx proxy manager. What? Is it 151? Really? How do I add just in hosts? Proxy hosts? Add a proxy host. Okay. Stream. Domain name start 127.0.1. Oh, the problem is it's not going to be. It's not going to be up and running, is it, over here? So, AWS SSO. Yep. Alright, let me just go in and do a quick DNS update. I should have the DNS in Terraform actually, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. Huh? 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 Huh. Yeah. Just doing a USB security key. Wait for it to connect and go in. Yeah, it's in. Great. Came back. Could you try QPW graph? Don't have it. Do you want to install it? Okay, installing. This better be the best thing I've ever seen. Probably not. Oh. Ah, interesting. Oh, yes. This was the thing that I saw last time, and I could actually see everything. Because I remember it being a mess like this. I remember it not actually being able to sort of... Oh, actually, you can't see it, sorry. You should probably even see the OBS ones. OBS, sorry, I just realised you probably can't see that. Yeah, there we go. I remember it being a mess like this, so I do remember this one, actually. Undo move. Yeah, there's my road. Okay. Yeah, there's the webcam, which never gets used. The audio, anyway. I'm obviously using the webcam, obviously, right now. There's a load of stuff that is currently not being used. That's not being used. HDMI. Import all these MIDI bridges and stuff. This web engine thing, I don't know what that is. That must be coming from OBS. I think it is because I enabled the virtual webcam, maybe. There is Navi, I think that's the sound driver, I think. There's the road, that is the, using it as a microphone. There's the output there. So it's going into the volume. So there's the monitor here. You should have only one OBS node. I've got an OBS mic here. I've got a Rode NT USB analog here. And then I've got a second monitor here going into a volume controller. This is an OBS one. That's the only OBS one, yeah. And the NT itself is going directly to it. So, good work finding this one. Can I like save that? Can I just like save what I've done there? Patch bay new, okay. What do you mean patch bay new? What does that do? No, I don't want a new patch bay. Oh, I see. Okay. The output right connection of where audio comes from for games should connect to the OBS left side for it to be picked up by... Okay, so that will be the desktop audio then, which is this Starship Matzy HD. So I can take it from the Pulse Audio controller and maybe put it into here, like that. So now, okay, but YouTube will hear the audio twice. Okay. Will they? Yeah, you're right. They will, because they'll be getting the desktop as well, won't they? Well, no. Hang on. No, because I have desktop audio. Well, they will if I have desktop audio on though. Okay, let's go to here then. All right, so now I am on a this chick's funny. I like this chick. So now I can't hear my own audio. So if I go to OBS, so supposedly to the microphone, I can't hear that video. Yeah, no, I actually can't even hear it myself because it's redirecting to the microphone inside of OBS. We're onto some. Oh, whoa, okay. Oh, Chromium, okay, because Chrome's basically come along now. And add. Whoa, okay, and now it's gone again. Sweet. Oh my God, can I just move the thing? Huh? Great. So I'm gonna left click and drag. Okay. I'm gonna middle click. Nothing. Or right click. No. Double click. Triple click. Yeah, okay, never mind. Can I move it? Zoom out. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything and I'm just going to... Okay, brilliant. So you can select everything but they can't move it. Okay. I love well-written software. Okay, let's move these here then. Let's just move these over here for a second. There's the road there, right? Let's move this over here actually. That's the road. So hang on, if I take that's the desktop audio, and what I've done is I've plugged it into the OBS mic. So if I kill those connections, there's the road here, and then there's a monitor on it. So hang on a minute. What I need is an additional, so the road stereo. Why does that, what's that got? What does that say? Oh, that's the actual monitor here. So this is the road monitor itself. Oh my God. Okay, cool. That's the road monitor. That's the road itself. It's going into a WebRTC protocol, which I think is coming from OBS. It's going into OBS's mic AUX, which I can see. That's literally what you're hearing now. And then it's going into here as well. That's the desktop audio here. That's the monitor for the desktop audio. Stream, WebRTC engine. That's the HDMI. That's just some sort of road. That's the road acting as an output. So if it's treating it as a speaker. That is the HDMI. Thing on the other side, and you got the WebRTC voice engine play stream going to the output. I'm going to the. I don't want to disconnect it. I just want to. Okay, what happens if I do that? You can still hear me, okay? And then do that. You can still hear me, okay? Yeah, I can see the audio coming through. So I'm not sure what this is precisely. Oh, okay, it's gone now. Oh, now it's back again. Activate it at the top. Well, if I go back to here and play this. It's interesting that it's not. What does that mean? Activate a patch. Oh, you mean you need to activate this? Like that, is that what you mean? The thing is that I can't actually hear my audio now. Which is odd, right? If I kill that. Go here. Audio. So the output is now set to line out. So now, as you can see, things have just gone blah, blah, blah. Stereo, 45%. But if I do that, I can hear the blah, 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 as the volume goes up and down. But I can't hear that video playing. Okay. No, let's cancel that action, just go new. Now I can hear that. So now I can hear that. So the other one must have lost its connection. You probably can't hear it. Even the desktop audio here doesn't have it. So let's go properties here. Default. Let's do that. Right, okay.
Start. Hover your popular points of the video.
Right, so
like
can you hear that on Discord?
When you hear a good joke, and subscribe because you're taken by the comedian's good looks. Share it with a friend.
You're definitely going to be able to hear it on YouTube because it's the desktop audio going being streamed out. So I know for a fact that all of that will be hitting YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. Okay, so now there's the desktop audio here hitting OBS, and it's hitting the desktop audio thing. The road is hitting the mic. So do you think connecting these two like that?
Now this show is all about like social media and algorithms that are in our lives.
No, actually, sorry, just to confirm, the actual problem, don't forget, is
what do you see on your feed?
Is Discord.
Sorry, what was that, Jimmy?
I need the desktop audio to go to Discord. So there's the playback over here now from Chromium. If I kill that playback, that device will disappear. So that's no good, like having that just a thing, right? So the desktop audio has effectively got to go into
You are.
Hang
Like,
on.
not all audiences are so kind. I did a show once and
Where's it
someone
gone?
came up to me afterward and they went, you know, your English is actually quite good.
Hang on. Well, bloody hell, all this down here.
And see, I just found this so condescending because it was my
What happens if
mum.
I do this?
My mum's the type of person who really wants me to be in a relationship, a stable
No, it doesn't
one.
hurt the OBS
The last
mic.
relationship I
No, OBS, Discord isn't listening to the OBS mic. It's listening to my row density directly. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the whole issue. So the issue is, right, is if I can get the row density to go into a virtual device, the camera to go into a virtual device, the desktop audio to go into a virtual device, they get muxed together into one stream, and then I can say to Discord, this is my microphone, it's this virtual cable. And then I can go to OBS and say, this is my microphone, it's this audio cable, and they both get the exact same thing. And then Discord gets... Actually, the better thing to do is to have everything come into Discord, into OBS, and have OBS output it as a virtual microphone, because it's muxing everything together. Sorry, Jenny, you're pretty awesome, but I'm gonna have to. What if I do OBS virtual mic output? There must be a way of doing it on OBS itself, because it's the one that's muxing everything together, right? That's why YouTube gets everything. That's why it gets the desktop audio. That's why it gets everything. I'm actually surprised you even get the videos before, because I actually had the desktop audio muted, so you probably shouldn't have been able to have heard anything before, but you were. See this virtual cable? That there is Windows only. But it works flawlessly. Well, Mac as well, but it works flawlessly. I've used that on Windows and it's just like... So, did a camera Skype have a problem? The audio not broadcasted when using Zoom. You can use VB cable, it works. When I use VB cable, send audio. I cannot hear monitor. God, I hate that that's the only answer on there. It's literally virtual audio cable that can do that. I don't want virtual audio cable. What's this audio monitor here? Oh, okay. It should just be a plugin. It really should just be a plugin. Plugin for OBS Studio to add audio monitor dock and filter. It allows you to put the audio of OBS source to an audio device by adding the audio monitor filter on the source. Okay. This can be used for monitoring a source on multiple devices, monitoring audio without the delay of sync of video, separate monitoring audio levels per source. I don't know what that does. What do you mean? Do you give me a default? Do you give me an output or not? And you only support Windows and macOS, but OBS is cross-platform though. Okay. Guess you got to build it in then. So let's ignore that one then. Because there is another option. As much as I hate Windows, as I can run the stream from a Windows box. So I can set up, or even a Windows VM. I can set up a Windows VM. I can use OBS inside of it, and then I can use that, what's it called? Network source. What's it called? It's called a... I can't remember what it's called, but there's a network source you can use. It's a protocol, network audio, NDI, OBS NDI. And so what I can do is I can, on my Linux box that I'm on now, is I can take the output of it and NDI it across to a Windows VM, and then from there. No, that wouldn't help actually, because we still need to get it into Discord. I'm actually surprised how hard this is. Oh, excuse me. What do we have here? Zoom fit. We have the output going into monitor, going into playback left right audio. Okay. Well, that doesn't look like a good idea actually. Although it should work technically. So the road goes directly into OBS. It's interesting that Discord isn't in here. Oh, you can save it. Okay, you can save a graph. Okay. What does that do? Uh-oh. Made it exclusive. Exclusive. Activate current patch bay. Okay. Edit. What does that do? Okay, unedit. Pin. Center. Okay. I'm just not an audio file, so I just don't know. Whoops-a-daisy. Just gonna put all these together just so it's can zoom fit a little bit better. Bugger. Desktop audio, OBS desktop audio. Right, so that's the desktop audio here, but because it's an output now, right? But I have no way. How do I get that into? Hang on. Hang on. So if that's the desktop audio and the WebRTC voice engine is what you're getting over there, I think. Oh, for Christ's sake, just give me a... Oh, she's good. Yeah, she's a good drummer. Interesting. So that's not coming through anything. That probably is not even hitting YouTube. God, some of these YouTubers are so cringe. So you're still getting my mic coming through, but you're not getting okay, so patch bay. So that's me taking the desktop audio and putting it through to the WebRTC engine. So if I now kill that, let's get rid of that exclusive again. So now I'm hearing the audio fine, which I wasn't just a second ago. But now the desktop audio in OBS. Can you hear that on YouTube?
Yeah, because there's two helicopters.
Yeah, exactly. Heavy fire.
Yeah, okay. So effectively the when was this? 2 weeks ago.
By the way, that was an easy read on that guy.
Looks like a cool game.
In fact, he came right
I love
through
sniper
the place
games
that I marked.
That's why I like playing Hell Let Loose.
They're at 0.35.
So the output from OBS
Basically,
is effectively what we need to get into Discord.
Am I built for military?
But that
military,
requires.
Hostile PMC
This? You think you'd out survive? You know what? I'm a
Audio,
little pissed off
video.
about your. You're lucky you had that level 3 helmet on.
Let me give me a sec.
Oh, the other day?
You're lucky you had that level 3 helmet, man.
Hey, man, I specifically knew I was going to a crate because I knew you're gonna have a sniper. All right? I knew I needed that level 3. Okay, I went and got it just for that. Just for that, I went and got it.
You saw those barricades
Fuck me,
out,
you're
and
a
you said,
pain
"Man,
in the
who's
ass."
this guy?" And then boom, sniper.
Of course it needs to
level 3
download.
shot, and you got me. That was actually
It was
that
A
headshot
new version
spray,
right
though,
now.
or
Brilliant.
Like I was head glitching that
What a time to be alive.
cover element, and you fucking sprayed that thing. That was.
Yeah. I mean, it's got no recoil, man. It's
Come on, hurry up.
That was some nice shooting.
Now we can update
Or even now.
online. Such a dumb.
Since we both started doing
So
a little
dumb.
PUBG, or even. Gotta do a best of 3.
Let me just start and restart Discord essentially.
Only matter of time.
Because I'm using virtual camera in OBS.
There was a lot that just took place right there.
Dude, we lost where we
output,
where we came
default,
from.
preview scene source.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Did we go claim it back?
Ooh, actually.
We could. When we get on this chopper and we go to this Eagle place.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Eagle.
Let's disable that. Let's go back to here. Join stage.
Come on.
Yep.
Speak on stage. Sweet.
Go, 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 go!
Contact. Spielberg is under attack.
So now I know you can see the audio and everything again. But I can clearly see that there's no audio coming through the Discord.
This had 1 HP. I think he had like 20. It was a headshot.
There's no additional
Knocked it off,
output
he went inside to
devices.
get a level 2 and he fully healed up. He had a med kit too.
So effectively,
We got
OBS
him
isn't
the first
presenting
time,
an
he got
output
us the
device,
second time.
basically,
There will be a
which is what I
championship
wanted
round.
to do. But I don't think it can. Replay buffer, yeah, recording.
See how it says zoom in, zoom out? It doesn't work for me. I'm pressing plus, minus.
Yeah, put the little earplugs in.
Well, the fucking.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
if you
like it's
create
right.
a
It looks like there's
advanced
some major
monitoring
stuff going on.
device.
You got these conflict zones, and like they're trying to take that Spielberg place back. It looks like they just barely got it.
That's what I had to do last time with
They're
audio
finding it
cable
there.
on Windows. Is you use
Yeah.
a virtual cable, and then you
Lot of
said
red
the virtual
circles.
cable was your monitoring device,
And where are we
and
landing
so
right
that
now?
went all the way out. So Navi 31 HDMI.
Yeah, a lot of red circles. Where are we landing right now?
What if I set it to that as a monitoring device?
Which one are we going to?
Let's see.
So
And
Bravo 2,
then-
Bravo 3, or November
We're
1?
landing Bravo 3,
Okay.
and I was thinking maybe we go push Eagle,
Yeah. Okay. Then let's
and then go from Eagle to
And then I wonder
Spielberg.
if
let's-
come to here.
let's ride this.
And,
I mean, I think we got to get wide here.
audio capture device.
If it's
SLA.
your
That's
marker?
inactive.
Yeah.
Monitor off.
And then from that angle, I think we can attack, or we just skip Eagle.
Hang
I think the
on.
problem is we got to get to
Inactive.
we got to get to November.
Inactive. Active.
I think.
Active.
You want to go November?
Nah, we'll go Eagle. We'll go Eagle.
Oh, active. Oh, active capture device. Yes.
We'll go right up the gut. We'll slice them all up, man. Let's go through Eagle. Let's reclaim that,
Interesting.
and then make our way to
People are saying,
Spielberg.
Like, if you look at these
It's only
different
showing desktop
little
audio on the
triangle-based
mic.
things,
Yeah.
the
Desktop
ones that
audio
have, like, the
monitor
dots
off.
and the lines on the side of the triangle are
Mic,
more heavily
monitor
protected
and
in mic,
output.
and I think there's more people
Yeah, so you're monitoring and outputting it. Monitor
that
off.
like may pop. They're more likely
What if
to
you
get more
monitor and
fights
output
than
on
not.
that?
I see. Yeah, but if we claim these other
No.
places, then we can just spawn right next to it, right?
Yeah,
That's
right,
what I'm
right.
thinking.
So yeah, let's go get the
Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah, I think so.
I
If we
think
wanna play
honestly,
the
it
long
just
game,
basically boils down to. That looks like a
another guy
good
landing
game.
behind
What
us?
is that? Grey Zone
That
Warfare.
one. Not friendly. Well, actually, no, it is friendly.
It is friendly.
It's
It is
pretty
friendly.
good actually. Yeah. I don't know. I think the only way to resolve the dragon is to yeah, okay, it's got the wrong browse, that's okay. Is to somehow get OBS to give me a virtual device. Yeah, because I used to do it all the time on Windows. Because I even had like a voice changer. I could literally just use the Stream Deck. I could hit a button, and I could change my voice. Just bam, and I could use all kinds of tools to just flip my voice around, make it squeaky, make it high pitch, make it sound like sound low level, and whatever came out of that was coming out of OBS after it muxed everything, including desktop, the whole lot. Yeah, which works fine if you're going to stream to, whatever. Let me just. Oh, I want to look at that grey zone thing. Yeah, there's the other window there. Just go to grey zone. Boom. I actually want to look at that. Looks like a good game. I like military games. Store. Yeah, take it to the store. Is it in here? It is. $60. What do you do? Grey Zone Warfare, realism meets tactics in an open world MMORPG where every move matters. Deploy private military companies, survive intense PvEVP or PvE encounters against players and AI. 6 on that island. Okay, mostly positive, mixed. Early access game. Yeah, I don't like playing for early access games. ProtonDB. It's silver, so it's not even very good support anyway, because it's early access, but okay, that's fine. Alright, I am going to call it a day, because I know it's pretty late for you too as well. Appreciate you coming along, thank you so much. How's it looking over here on the old Tubes of Ube live stream? 3 viewers right now, excelente. No one in the chat, excelente. Concurrent viewers 4, lovely. See you next week. See you, mate. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I think I'm definitely going to look at the NDI thing, but yeah, I'm definitely going to put Linux on one of these boxes and try the whole Linux desktop thing. But that's going to be an interesting one to solve, because what I'll need to do is capture the output somehow because it's going to be going into an additional connection on my monitor, which will be picture by picture mode, 2K monitors. I'll have to NDI from that over. That's the only way I think that could work, is if I NDI it as a source. Alrighty, I'll try the Owncast as well.